Hey YouTube. I have not started live yet. You lucky guys get to see me take a deep breath before I start. All right, let's start Instagram. Hopefully everybody can see me. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm gonna go get comfortable because there's gonna be a lot of arm waving around. I'm gonna light a candle. It's a beautiful day. Hi everybody. Okay, I see 3 friends. Hi friends. I'm here. I am wearing, Chris calls this my clown costume, but I got this from the Blue Barn and I think it's fabulous. I love it. You guys like it? I just imagine what kind of like beautiful crunchy grandma wore this before me. No, it's fun to imagine. We are here to talk about a practice that I have completed. I am so excited and proud to talk about this with you today. Thank you for your compliments on my beautiful clown suit. I love it very much. I want to preface this whole conversation by saying that I am not a yoga teacher. I have not been trained in any yoga teachings. I am not a Kundalini yoga instructor. I am a wild, crunchy mama that tried something new, and I am going to share it with you today. Okay, so what is it? What is it? It is Kundalini yoga. As you see, I'm not wearing white. My hair is not up. I've never tied a turban. I haven't done anything like that. So this is coming at it from like a beginner's mind. Let me tell you how I found Sobagh Kriya and Kundalini yoga. It was summer 2017. I had just broke up with my guy and I was living at our old rent house with my kid, our kid together. And I felt like I was really down on my luck. Like I didn't have anything of my own. He was obviously very generous and but basically what I'm saying is I was looking for spirituality because I felt like I was at the bottom. I felt guilt and shame for decisions that I had made. And oh man, I started listening to all kinds of like law of attraction stuff. I started listening to Abraham Hicks. I would put it in like my background, different frequencies and things like that. I was just getting interested. I subscribed to a woman. Let's see. I don't think I should type because it's going to fall. Anyway, I will let you know if you want to know their names. Let me know. I subscribe to Jessica, last name Hesser. I don't think her last name's the same anymore. Her Instagram is Mantras and Miracles. I'm on her newsletter list. It's full of poetry. It's beautiful. One morning, she sent an email out that was talking about Sobagh Kriya. Sobagh Kriya has been promised to bring great abundance to your life. And as I was doing my research on the computer and all knowingly signing up for this, I decided that 160 days would be, honestly, I think I read that somewhere. I think I read that if you do Sobagh Kriya for 160 days, that you will be rich in abundance. And I was like, I'm gonna try that. So that summer in 2017, I did all of the stuff, did it every day. Sometimes I did it in bed. Sometimes I did it first thing in the morning. Sometimes I would get out of bed at night to make sure that I did my Kriya for that day. Beautiful. It was beautiful. I made it to day 60. And in day 60, I moved back in with my partner and life was different. Now, fast forward to last fall, November. Another woman, Everest Asher, which a lot of you Brujas know, Everest Asher was promoting her workshop called Breaking Broke, which helps people like you and me get past financial and money blocks so that we can create more abundance in our life. See, the reason I found Everest Asher in the very first place is because I was on my phone and I was searching Sobagh Kriya to figure out if I was doing it right. And then after I moved back in, when I found Everest and she was doing Sobagh Kriya, I was like, I'm going to try it again. And I always had the goal to get to 160 days of Sobagh Kriya. I would like to report that since the end of November and the beginning of December in 2019, I am now finished completing 160 days of Sobagh Kriya. I am feeling very proud of myself. I have never done anything but breathe for 160 days straight. I felt like consistency was something that was really hard for me. There's my friend Jessica. Hi, everybody. If you have questions, just put them in the chat and then I'll search up when I'm done, okay? First, we're going to talk about how I got to Sobagh Kriya, and then I'm going to show you Sobagh Kriya, and then I'm going to tell you the results of Sobagh Kriya. Thank you. Jessica says she's proud of me. That's my friend. I'm sorry. I just got really giddy. I love you. Okay, so I found Sobagh Kriya through Mantras and Miracles. I searched Sobagh Kriya on Instagram, found Everest Asher, and then she was doing a promo that said that she was going to do Sobagh Kriya for 40 days straight and invited the whole community to come with her. I started before that. I started near my birthday, 2019, which was in December. Their 40 days came and went, and I did not want to stop at all. So I continued, and now in May, I have completed it. So I kind of already explained why that was, because I wanted to see in 160 days if I would be rich by the time I was done with it, because that is what was basically promised. Now, I'm not, like I said in the beginning, I'm not a yogi. I don't know Yogi Bhajan. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I had never met the guy. I know that Mantras and Miracles, Everest Asher, and Guru Jagat are beautiful role models for my life. I know they talk about the things that I'm interested in, and I know that they resonate really, really well. I'll put it down in the links below if you want to follow them and get on their newsletter list. They're amazing. So let me tell you what Sobagh Kriya is. Kriya is an exercise that also has to do with breathing, that also has to do with specific movements. And there's so many kriyas. I don't know if there's like thousands of kriyas. I don't know if there's unlimited kriyas. I'm not sure. But there's a kriya for everything, they say. And I wanted to practice this kriya for money because money was one of the hardest things for me to get. And if I got it, I would just spend it or need to spend it and it would be gone. So Sobagh Kriya looks like this. I'm going to fix my legs to sit down. Sobagh Kriya has 5 parts. You guys, I'm on the edge of my bathtub. Okay. I don't even know if I have enough room. Wait. YouTube can see me well, but Instagram cannot quit. Okay. I love you guys so much. All right. So Sobagh Kriya, you sit. You would open the container with a mantra. That means I bow, basically, it means I bow to the teacher within. So it goes Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Bow to the teacher within. Everest Asher starts this mantra, I bow to the teacher within, almost every video that she does. And if you watched my earlier videos, you'll probably see me saying, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, may I speak this clearly, because I believe that a lot of us, or most of us, or every one of us is a student at the same time that they're a teacher. So we would start this meditation. I'm going to take you through a really, really quick, short one, okay? The duration of each little practice is 3 minutes or 11 minutes, but they should all be the same length. I'm going to shorten it down to 1 minute just to show you and save our time. But if you want to take this practice to your own meditation cushion, then you can do 3 minutes. What I like to put in my timer is 3 minutes and 7 seconds. That 7 seconds gives me enough time to take a big inhale and then start the movements. I'm going to go through each one. I also want you to know that I do a modified version of Sobagh Kriya because I add in 3 minutes of the Gyan chakra Kriya, Gyan chakra Kriya. That Kriya is also for abundance, and it's also to help you get inside of the rooms. Yogi Bhajan says the latitude and longitude of the places that you want to be. So it also helps with immunity, but I didn't know that, but like before all of this COVID stuff. Anyway, so it helps with immunity, it helps prosperity, and it helps you get in the room. We're going to do like a 3 minute little version of that in the middle. I'll tell you when. So like I said, this is going to be 1 minute, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm not a yoga teacher, but I tried to do it correctly. All right, here we go. Thank you. So here we go. So we're going to start with the chant. We're going to say it 3 times. No arm movements necessary. You really want your voice to resonate with this. I hope that everyone on here can sit with me and try this out because it feels amazing afterwards. So it's Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I'm not going to put music on for this, you guys, because that would just be too much for me. But if you want playlists and stuff, I have them. I like doing it to music. I like doing it without music. But mostly, I just try to feel my voice vibrate as it comes out. Okay, so Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. You'll have your own frequency and your own voice to do this too, but I'm going to do it 2 more times because this is how we check into a Kundalini yoga practice. Almost every time. There's also a prayer that comes after this that it's like Angunune Dom Dumine Jame, but I don't know that one, so I don't do it. Here we go. 2 more. Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the teacher within. Okay. Just a quick mini lesson on how your breathing should go. When you're breathing in, your belly gets full and round. So you put the air into your balloon belly, and as you're breathing out, the navel pushes back into the spine, and you breathe all of that air out from like the center right here, the center right here, and the center up here. You breathe all that air out. So now that we have checked in, there's my sister. Hi, Minty. I'm going to learn how to not look at the screen one day, I promise. Okay, so this is the first part of 5 parts for Sobagh, and then I add 1 more for Gyan Chakra. And we're just going to do each part for 1 minute, and I'm going to explain it to you. After I explain it to you, then at the end of the video, I'll tell you how it worked for me. All right, so the first one, we're going to use the mantra Har. So when you say this, it might sound like a HUD, like H-U-D, but it's spelled har, so H-A-R. So for this practice, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to put your fingers together, okay? This is, let's see, I might be wrong, correct me in the comments, but I think this is Jupiter right here and this is Moon. Let me know in the comments, YouTube, if I'm right or not. I'm just guessing. Okay, so with this mantra, every time you hit your hands together, your belly, your navel is going to go in, and you're going to go had, 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 had. Man, I know Jessica's here right now, and she has seen me do this over and over and over again, like all the way back from 2017 when I was doing it, and then I stopped, and then I picked it up for like the last 6 months or 5 months. So, Rama, you can do this. Let's go. Okay. So 1 minute. I gotta zoom in real quick. Okay. So 1 minute to do the hars. Okay. Go. Har, 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 har. Keep your hands up when you're doing this. Don't let your hands fall below your heart if you can help it. Had, 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 had. Really hit your hands together. Push your navel into the back of your spine. You're making money, prosperity right now. Had, 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 had. Now your timer is going off, so inhale, raise your arms all the way up, and exhale, breathe them all the way out. Right, that was part number 1. Let's reset the timer and go to part number 2. Part number 2 is straight arms, straight elbows, extending fingers way out like this, okay? Your arms, your wrists, your fingers, they all stay rigid up like this, and then they'll cross in front of your face. You're going to cross your elbows, and then you're going to alternate like this. You guys, this is not easy. By the end of this, I'm probably going to be red-faced and sweating. Like, it's not easy, and it's fine. It is hard. It doesn't have to be, but what I've noticed is that it's hard work to get where you want to be, for real. Okay, I'm going to press play on the timer and take a deep breath. Inhale all your air, and start. Hud, 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 hud. Arms straight. Hud, 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 hud. If this is difficult for you, there's resting poses, but try to keep your elbow on top of your shoulders like this. You can rest like this. You can rest like this. You can rest like this. Hud, hud. Whatever you gotta do, just keep your arms up there. That's what counts. Hud, 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 hud. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's part 2. Let me talk about timers for a second. I use my timer on my phone. I already told you I put an extra couple seconds on there to take my big inhale up. And then at the end, after the timer goes off, I take a big inhale down. Let's move on to part 3. Part 3 is pretty interesting because it says the word God. And when I first started doing this, I just wouldn't say it. I was like, I'm not saying God. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know who I'm praying to. Like, I'm not saying God. But the second time around, I got comfortable with saying God. And I used to think it was like a reflection of us, you know, but now I'm thinking, understand, it's just bowing to the divine creator of this all. And I'm okay with that. I can get on board with that. So this one, we're going to chant God. The hearts are over. We're going to take our long straight arms again, but this time we're going to tuck our thumbs into our hands and wrap our fingers around them like this. Something I read said, like, pretend you're squeezing the juice out of an orange, you know, that kind of thing. Jessica says we are God. Little Bear, it says who we aspire to be. I agree. Okay, so with this, we're gonna have long straight arms. We're just gonna do 1 minute. When you're doing it at home, try it for 3. So with this arm movement, I know I'm gonna do it inside like this because you guys can't see my arms out here. Okay, so we're just gonna make circles. We're gonna try to keep our back really tall and straight. So it's gonna be like God, God, God. Everest Asher, she doesn't like strict rules necessarily. And so she's kind of like punching. Let me show you closer. She's like, God, God, God. And she's like punching the ceiling, you know, raising the bar, like fucking getting her bank, you know. She doesn't like that. I like to keep my arms straight because it feels better. I'm gonna start our timer. Big inhale. All right. Oh, God, 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 God. Your arms go behind you. Your shoulders relax. And you just keep breathing. God, 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 God. Breathe. And exhale. Not only am I on camera, but I'm sweaty. Okay, told you. All right, so with that one, it's really important that you realize that you are a speck of dust. And as you're like saying, yes, I am here, I am God, if you think that way, or I bow to the existence, I bow to this experience, I'm ready to receive, it is my time. You think all that stuff. Okay, this is where I put in the Gaian chakra kriya, 3 minutes of it. So those first 3 things were Sobagh. Now I'm going to stick in a little bit of Gaian chakra. I've been doing this whole time that I've been doing Sobagh. So I'm going to continue. You don't have to do this part if you just want to do Sobagh. I'll set the timer again. Oh, I will in a second. We're going to breathe our hands up. Oh, you guys, I just messed up. Okay. That one, Gaian chakra comes next, but first we do the chakra cleaning right here, okay? So straight fingers, keep your fingers together, and you, let's see, I think if you're a woman, your left hand goes closer to your stomach, and if you're identify as a male, then your right hand goes closer to the stomach. But those are rules, you do it however you feel is right. So basically, this hand's going to go up these chakras, and this hand's going to go down these chakras. And just put Reiki on it, you know? Just imagine you're clearing all that ancestral trauma, that you're fucking up those money blocks. You're like, I deserve to fucking be on this planet, okay? The mantra to go with this one is Har, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Har, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. If you don't know it, it's cool. After you do it a million times, you'll remember. I'm going to press the timer. You guys take a big, deep breath, and then we're going to just start cleaning those chakras. So one hand's going to go all the way down to your groin. One hand's going to go all the way up to your throat, and you just wave them. Don't push them in front or anything like that. You just go like this, Okay? I'm gonna set the timer for 1 minute. And honestly, you guys, I already did this once today. Okay, here we go. Oh, it didn't start. Still didn't start. There we go. Hare Hari Wahe Guru. Hare Hari Wahe Guru. Breathe in. After every mantra you say, you breathe in really fast and really big. And then do it again. Hare Hari Wahe Guru. 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 Breathe in and exhale. So that was the Gaian. No, fucking A. That was still Sobagh. Now it's time for Gaian chakra. This is where I'm putting in the thing. You guys, when I'm looking at myself in the camera right now, and it just makes me want to like look at myself. And so I just need to draw back in to the teacher within. And here's where we put some Gaian chakra. Okay, the Jupiter fingers. So if you know the mudra, this, I don't know what it's called, but this mudra, you know, when you put these on your knees like this to meditate. So these 3 fingers stay together. Jessica says, you guys can't see me because I'm naked. Well, if this wasn't going to YouTube, if it was just me and Jessica, we'd probably be naked. All right, so the thumb and the first finger go together. They're glued there. Push on that first fingernail, and then these fingers are glued shut. Don't move them. This movement looks like this. We're going to take these arms. We're not going to let the wrists come down below the arc line right here. Okay? This also is supposed to clean your halo and like do something with your arc line, like this thing that's right here, you know? So we're going to wave these hands around our head like you're tracing your own halo, and don't move your fingers. You're going to go like this. The mantra for this one is Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru. That's what it's going to be like. This is Gaian chakra. Sorry, I messed up earlier. All right, I'm going to start the timer. Take a deep breath. All right, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru. 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 I love that Kriya. Eventually my shoulders release, like my shoulder blades in the back. Eventually after you're like swinging your, the shoulder. I'll talk about my shoulders next because that has to do with the results that I got from doing this for 160 days straight. It also takes about 25 minutes for me to accomplish it. So this is a 25-minute investment in time every day. It was a lot for me at the beginning, and now it's really simple. Okay, back to Sobagh. This would be the last step, okay? So the last step is called the 1 minute breath, okay? Where your inhale is the same as your hold breath, which is the same as your exhale. So a 1 minute breath, if you're really good at breath work, go ahead and try it. If you don't do breath work every day, stick with me. So 1 minute breath is 20-second inhale, hold for 20 seconds, and then 20-second exhale. That's too fucking long for me. I can make it to 11, but for this purpose, I'm just gonna do it like for 7 seconds. Do it for 4 seconds if that's all you can do. The challenge here actually is to remain in focus for all 3 minutes. Here's what your arms are gonna do. They're gonna go, I love Jeannie, just like this. And I don't know which arm's supposed to be. I don't like rolls either. So I just do whatever's comfortable, and then every once in a while I switch it, okay? Yeah, seated. So your arms are just gonna rest on top of each other. They're gonna stay like parallel to the ground. They're not gonna go down like this or up like this unless you need to. So with this one, it's quiet. It's kind of like the wind down of the whole thing. So for this one, you're literally just gonna inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you do that for the whole 3 to 11 minutes, however long you're doing each step. We're gonna do it for 1 minute. Jessica, I love you. Oh, I'm so glad my friends are here. Hi, darling. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna be quiet. There's no mantras. So just focus on breathing, such as meditating, and then we'll begin. Start the timer, breathe in. That's actually one of my hardest ones now that my body knows how to do the kriyas. Just like staying focused at the very end of it, because normally I have like 40 things running through my head that I'm gonna do next. And that can actually be harder than like the working out type stuff. Okay, so now that we did Sobagh, we opened Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. We did the you guys, I feel like I have to blow my nose really bad. I'm sorry to do this on camera. I just don't like it. Okay, hopefully I don't have any boogers. Okay, so we did opening Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. And then we did everything, didn't we? Open that heart chakra. Get that portal open. This is a great exercise. Jessica says my neck was hurting and now I'm feeling loosey. Thank you. Okay, so we did the hars. We did the hars, right? Which was this part. And then we did the hars that was like this. And then we did the God arms like this. And then we cleaned the chakras like this. And then I put in the Gyan chakra, which is like this. And then we ended with silence, breathing, 2-minute breath, or 1-minute breath, like this, 20 seconds, whatever. So now we close, okay? And the way that I like to close, you're basically like opening a Kundalini container and then closing it back up. So the way that we close is with 3 long sat nams. So normally I take 3 big breaths and then I do 3 long sat nams. And since I'm done using the timer, excuse me, I'm gonna put my legs back up because I never do this. Chill everything, chill. So I'm gonna take 3 deep breaths and I'm gonna use this time to calm myself down before I talk about all the stuff that's changed in my life since I started. Take 3 deep breaths with me. I heard that an audible sigh releasing can release even more tension and anxiety than silence. So, the 3 sat nams. Satnam is translated to I am the truth. So you start with I bow to the teacher within, then you do your practice. There's kriyas for everything. Some kriyas are like, I don't know. You know, I don't have a lot of experience with doing different kriyas because I just stuck on that one. And now that I'm done with that kriya, I kind of am wondering what I'm going to do next. So I was done with Sobagh Kriya like 5 days ago when I reached 160. I didn't do anything to celebrate. I was just like, I'm going to do the Kriya again. And I've been thinking about this since the last 5 days. I was like, what has come of this practice? Like, who gets the credit? You know, does Yogi Bahen get the credit? Does God get the credit? Does Jess get the credit because Jess did all the work? You know, like, I was like, why, basically? Why do I feel more abundant than ever? I don't know if it's because I decided that I was important and I raised my self-worth. I don't know if it's because this shit really works. I don't know if it's like a shock to your system to put you back in line with your purpose, your dharma, and the reason that you're here. I'm not really sure if it's just one either. It could be like everyone gets the credit. I get the credit for doing it. Yogi Bahan gets the credit for creating it, you know, envisioning it and getting it out there in the world. The Kriya itself does put you in an interesting place in your body, you know, like the Kundalini snakes. Just if you guys don't know what Kundalini is, do a little bit of research. There's the snakes of the spine, you know, that there's the energy points, all the chakras, and how they can get unlocked from below all the way up to the crown. So I guess I just want to start with the negatives that I saw doing Sobagh. I actually had to think about quite a few because it didn't come easily. Number one, my shoulder. My shoulder pops. It's like when I'm doing this and before I've warmed up, like now that I've done it, it feels all right. But you could be creaking when you're doing this, you know, like your muscles could be tired. Like your bones and joints and body could be like arranging itself in ways that you don't normally arrange yourself in because you're not used to moving in these circular repetitive movements, you know? Like this one almost always gets my shoulder like doing crazy shit. And I'm not cracking or creaking at all anymore. So to me, that's like a solution. But before I got on this call, when I did my Sobagh this morning, it was like crack, pop, spine, blah, like it wasn't good. So in a way, that's good. In a way, it's not good. Number 2, bad things. People might think you are nuts. Like, I admit that I went private places to go do my Kriya often. Like, my number 1 place for doing my Kriya was in the closed garage beside the spiders on the floor on like a hunting cushion away from everybody early in the morning so that I could go Om Namo Gurudev Namo. You know, like I really wanted to vibrate and mean something. So getting away from people who don't understand it is probably a good idea. But then again, that's like nothing to do with the Kriya itself. That just has to do with me. Like the Kriya, doing the Kundalini Kriya is loud. That could be a disadvantage for you. Number 3, I don't know who Yogi Bhajan is. I don't know if I believe in him. I don't know, like basically the origins of the practice. I don't know if I like totally agree with it. So I thought I would test it myself. And now, ever since I've been doing Sobagh, there's the woman who wrote something about white cage. Anyway, about how Yogi Bhajan was abusive or fill in the blank to this person. And then there's like all that scandal. So I don't know Yogi Bhajan. Like I said, I know I follow Guru Jagat, Mantras and Miracles, and Everest. And that's what brought me to this practice. So if you are not a fan of Yogi Bhajan and you don't want to follow his doctrine, like he basically came up with this stuff like in the 80s and then brought it to America and then kind of went with the whole like white women will save the world type thing as far as I understand. So that might be something to draw you back to. If you don't know why you're doing something or if you don't know if you agree with it, you might not want to invest your time in it. I did, however. I tried it. Any other negatives I can think of? It's loud, your body might hurt, you might not know why the fuck you're doing it or if it's going to work for you. If I think of any more, I'll say them. Let's move to the positives, okay? Positives. Let me show you my body. Okay. Ever since I've been doing this practice, I'm not just robing on purpose. Ever since I've been doing this practice, my back, you guys, is straight. You see my back? I mean, I'm not trying to show you my booty, but whatever. My back is hella straight. I didn't used to be like that. I, since I was a teenager, had a hump on the very bottom of my neck that basically it's just from slouching, you know, it's like basically from like protecting my heart chakra, for covering up the titties, you know, it's like everything was like that. But ever since I've been doing this practice, I want you to see that it's no effort at all for me to have a straight back. I hope you can see that. I'll show you too. Okay. Of course, you don't have like a before picture or anything, but still. My back, my shoulders, my shoulder blades are healthy as fuck. Also, clavicle, neckline, healthy as fuck. And arc line, so what they say, my posture is so much better. And you guys, I'm not saying this from a person that doesn't work out. Like, anyone knows me, I'm always trying to work out every day, every week, within my cycle, you know, like I do yoga, I do things. It's not just because I didn't work out and then I did Sobagh and then it got better. It wasn't like that. It really is because all of that effort and work gives you a strong, tall spine. So that was the number one thing that I thought of. I was like, my spine is so healthy now. It really, really is. I don't have any pictures to show, but it really used to curve at the top right there. So you might enjoy that. Also, my arm muscles are pretty all right. You know, it is a workout. It's a physical activity, a physical practice. So that feels good. Let me talk about how in 2017 in the summer, I basically found a job after that 60 days of Sobagh Kriya. And that job got me all kinds of things that I needed to grow my business. I think getting that job at that farm was one of the most prosperous things that happened from that first round of 60 days of Sobagh, because money came after that. And now for this practice, 160 days, and I've been doing this since the end of November, beginning of December. Basically, I want to tell you that until like 2 months ago, I had like not much at all in my bank account as far as like physical money. I was like, this doesn't work. It's not going to make me rich. I'm fucking woo-woo as hell. Like, I tried something new and it didn't work. And I was feeling kind of discouraged. There was a lot of like challenges coming from the external for me that made me kind of be like, do I really want to continue this? Like, I've been doing this for like 100 days. Like, do I really want to continue it? And I was like, no, Jessica, you fucking committed and you're going to follow through. And if it doesn't work, then so what? You have a commitment to yourself. And honestly, one big thing that had me thinking like, maybe I shouldn't do this is that Everest Asher was like, you shouldn't do it more than 40 days. You have to integrate and stuff like that. And I was like, maybe she's right. And then I was like, yeah, but I would feel so proud if I finished 160 days. And I do. So now it's in my bank account, because we're going to talk about physicality at the moment. Now I have more money in my bank account than I had since 2017. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but I have savings. I have, you know, a generous little amount of money in my bank account. But when I look back on all the time that's passed, I actually do have more money to me in my bank account than I've ever had the whole time since I began doing Sobagh Kriya. And that happened literally like I got, that happened recently. I didn't get paid for a while and then I got paid, and I've managed to just keep that money, which seemed like a bad thing at first, you know, like I'm not getting paid, quarantine started. And then later I was like, oh, this is good. This is a big chunk of change. I might have like spent it on things if I wouldn't have got the big chunk of change, right? And then I got the stimulus thing. I got that too recently. And I was like, wow. I was like, do you guys answer me on Instagram? Did anyone wish that they would just get a check from the government? Like, I was like, it'd be so great if just a check showed up in my fucking mailbox, like money that was owed to me. You know, do you guys ever like search your name on the government thing and like figure out if any money's like owed to you, or like try to manifest money out of like nowhere and then like hope that a check is just gonna land in your inbox or something? Anyway, that happened to us, you guys. It does. Like it happened to me, and I know people are still waiting for their stimulus checks, so maybe you didn't get one yet or anything. But what I'm saying is that was like $1,200 that I did not have before, that I did not expect, that I did not work for. And it came literally from the government. That was shocking, actually. I was like, wow, that's incredible. I just got a check from the government, you know, like that kind of thing. That felt good. So yes, I do have more money than I've ever had before. I'm also spending it wisely, or saving it wisely, more wisely than I ever have before. Let me interject this quick thing about the navel, your belly button. So when you work the belly button while you're doing the Kriya, they say that, I don't know who says this, but someone says that the spine, the belly button and the spine is your ability to hold your wealth. So the more control or lack of control, the more strength you have in your belly button, in your navel, is the more you're able to hold on to money. So when you're doing those Sobagh Kriya stuff, if you're going to try this yourself, really work that navel, homie. It's no fucking point to manifest money if you can't hold on to it. Like for real. That was me. It's still kind of me. I actually have like a list on my phone of things that I want to like try and buy when I get money, and I just keep adding to it and adding to it. And then when I get money, I look through and I see if there's anything of priority. Normally I just spend it on bills and like growing my business and buying supplies for Mountain Bound Books, but then every once in a while I get stuff for myself. Raising my self-worth is one of the biggest takeaways for Sobagh Kriya, because thinking that I didn't deserve anything, that I was just going to live by the river and dumpster dive and take what I can get, like always depending on the kindness of strangers and fucking settling for crumbs, dude. Like I've been settling for crumbs for a long fucking time. And metaphorically, realistically, literally, I feel like Sobagh Kriya is me just deciding to take my fucking power back. Like I deserve wealth. If I was a rich bitch, I would spend that shit in a beautiful way. Raise your hand, Instagram. If you were wealthy, would you be an asshole, or would you fucking like do things that you think the planet needs and invest in people that fucking deserve it? What are you gonna go do? Are you gonna like put stock in Exxon, or are you gonna go to the farmer's market and buy the fucking produce that you wanted to buy this whole time but you couldn't afford? Like what? Like you as a person, okay? You as a person are the same person without money that you will be the same person with money, okay? So if you're a selfish asshole when you're broke, then you're probably going to be a selfish asshole when you're rich. And if you're a kind-hearted, like down-to-earth person when you're broke, then you're probably going to be a kind-hearted, down-to-earth person when you're rich. And I used to think that only rich people had money, which is not true. I used to think that pretty much if you were rich, you were an asshole. I used to demonize money. I would say like, I don't need it. I reject it. Someone tried to buy me a dinner. I'd be like, no, I'll go without, like, I don't think I deserved your kindness. I didn't think that I deserved to have money. And I also felt as if I had money, that it would basically get taken away from me. Because in my past, in my childhood and all that shit, it was. Like from people I trusted, from people I didn't know, strangers stealing shit out of my car, the whole gamut, okay? But once you realize that you are worth these things, and I know that sounds just like a euphemism, right? Like, is that the right word? Barophone? I don't know. It just sounds like one of those things you just say to people, like, once you realize your worth, you'll have more abundance. But it's not until you put action steps, you decide you're worth this. You decide that you would like to be rich, Is that hard for anyone else here? YouTube, Instagram? Is it hard for you to say that I want to be rich? Because it was really hard for me. Really hard. Focusing your physical energy on creating abundance does something. And it does something more than just like love and light. It does something more than just manifesting, visualizing, imagining the future you want to see. It does more than that. It actually combines your desires with an action step. And it might look like witchy, interesting cult-like type of movements, but at least you're doing something. And you don't have to be a certain color. You don't have to be like a certain age or a demographic. You don't have to live in your own house. You could live with your parents and you could practice some Kundalini yoga that gets you to drop in and focus on what you want. And what I wanted so bad since, sorry, I'm gonna cry. What I wanted so bad ever since that summer in 2017 was just to be sovereign in my income, you know, to not have to rely on other people to take care of me. Like, I'm fucking 30. Like, I don't want other people to take care of me financially anymore. You know, like, I get so much joy out of spending my money on people and causes and charities and other artists' work. Like, to put money onto other artists' work, like to add value to your life through their dharma, that's like a holy communion. That's like sacred interaction. That is so much of what I want to do. I didn't do Sobagh so that I could be rich and buy a fancy car and get away from society, you know? I did Sobagh so that I could be rich, so that I could pay other people to raise them up, so that I could donate to charities and political actions that I think are valuable. Okay, so I just looked at the time. I got like 4 more minutes, you guys. I can't believe I ranted this long. Okay, I got 4 more minutes. Let me see if there is any. Mama Creative says, I relate 100% to having Kundalini Yoga up to my self-worth in just 2 weeks of helping me knock down money blocks I hadn't dealt with. Jessica says, you did it, girl. Yeah, I did, Mama. I did. You guys, I couldn't even commit to working out. Like, and I did 160 days of the same 25-minute exercise, Kriya meditation. Jessica says that she wants to set money on fire, but she wants a comfortable life. That's the same way I used to feel. But until you love money, I don't know if it's going to love you back. I'm just learning that. Don't ask me. I'm looking for questions. Stephanie says that Sobagh made her feel like she has a better relationship with the government. Jessica says abundance is coming. Stephanie says, I love easy money. I do too, girl. Getting paid. Wishing, or it says, when you're centered, you spend less. Little Bear says, I look great. Thank you. Diet and yoga has healed his back. For real. We are all powerful. I've been learning to not let someone make you the victim. Mama Creative says, I thought the shoulder popping thing was just me. No, my shoulders fucking hate the first 2 minutes and then they're like ecstatic the last minutes. Hi, everybody. Okay. How did your arms not fall off? The resting. So if you're doing this and it's really hard to do it for 3 minutes or 3 minutes and 7 seconds, there's this resting pose. So I just sit here and I breathe. And you'd be surprised, all your spine will like pop, 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 and your back and your neck and your stomach will feel different and your ribs will get like different movements. Does anyone know here how many bodies we have in Kundalini Yoga? I want to say it's 8 energetic bodies. Anyone know? Okay. But they say that Kundalini Yoga Kriyas move all of those different bodies. Like a workout would move your physical body, maybe, I don't know. I have to do more research before I talk about that. But I just feel like there's a lot of movement that happens when you're doing the Kriyas. And it's like, it's physical, it's energetic, it's emotional, it's soulful. There's a lot more than just moving your arms and pumping your belly button. It's very energetic. I would love to know if you guys try this, if you haven't yet. Set your timer for 3 minutes or 3 minutes, 7 seconds. I am not a Kundalini Yoga teacher, so I really hope that you guys got something out of this. I am actually a book witch. I make books for fairies and witches and mystics and seekers and adventurers and mothers and artists and musicians. I make books for all y'all. What I'm offering is a 3-session book consultation You can get the link below on YouTube, or you can go to the link in the bio on Instagram, and it says like your book witch. And right there, there's my calendar. You can schedule, and then we will make 3 books together and you'll get it shipped. I want to thank everyone on Instagram for being here. It's about to shut us off. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me live. I appreciate all of you. And I hope that this helps you find your Dharma and your abundance. Mwah. Instagram just turned off. Let me think if I have anything else to say. I said I do have more money. I said my body feels better. Oh, the non-physicality. I didn't even talk about all the beautiful things that I have gained from doing Sobagh Kriya that are not physical. Okay. So, with the money that I have gotten throughout all these times, I have invested many, many things. I have invested into the School of Unified Spiritual Laws by Everest Hesser. I've invested into B School by Marie Forleo. I have invested into Money Boot Camp by Denise Duffield Thomas. What else do I have? I've invested into Mountain Bound Books, who teaches me new things every day. I wanted to say, in short, because I know this video is an hour long, in short, I just wanted to say that Sobagh, though it did give me physical abundance, there's so much abundance that has yet to even hatch. So I'm in all these programs to help teach me how to run Mountain Bound Books. I am doing money work. I'm doing self-worth. I even got an amazing therapist. She, like, my neighbor texted me and asked me if something that I've been wanting to do, EMDR, is something that's cool. And it came to me for free at first. Still free technically. But it's just one thing after another of support. I have been getting so much support after doing Sobagh Kriya. And I know it's not numbers that you can prove, you know, like, even though they have increased, you know, but it's like, I feel fully fucking supported by the universe, my loves. Like, I feel like this year, even though all of the crazy shit's happening in the world, I feel like this year is Mountain Bound Books' year. This year is your book witch's year. Like, I have so many resources that I haven't even tapped yet. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's fun, and it's exciting. And I do give credit to Sobagh. I do. I give credit to Sobagh. I give credit to myself. I give credit to Everest Hesser, Jessica Hesser of Mantras and Miracles, and Guru Jagat. And I really appreciate every teacher that's came into my life that's teaching me to be a teacher. I appreciate all of you guys for being here at the beginning of my YouTube channel. I will be making edited videos shortly. I still have a few things to iron out. And I appreciate you guys so much. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I tend to bounce around a lot during these talks because I'm not used to speaking, being on camera, or talking to an audience. So if you want to offer suggestions too, that would be great. I will receive them. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next Tuesday for our live. Do I know what it's going to be? No, I don't know what it's going to be. So tomorrow, Wednesday, vote for what you want it to be on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day.